I was looking at these magic changes, which happens pretty early in the show, and I was playing along with it, and I said, "Oh my God, it's a chaconne," and I turned to Stevie, one of the co-directors, who's my good friend, and I said, "Do you want to tell them it's a chaconne, or shall I?" I'm Graham. This is Austin Kopp, and it's 15 Minutes to Places.
Welcome, it's 15 to Places. I'm joined with Graham, and you are the music director for Opera House Players' production of Grease. So thank you for taking the time to kind of talk to us a little bit today.
Sure.
So I have a few questions. What is it about musicals that makes the music feel natural in the story?
Well, the standard answer for this is to say that songs happen in a musical when a character is too overcome with emotion for that emotion to remain bottled up in ordinary speech. So they're too full of love or rage or passion or ambition so that they are literally bursting into song. So that's generally the idea. Generally, that is true.
Mm-hmm. Have you found that, are there some musicals where you feel that it doesn't quite connect in that way, or is it like overall in general, musicals just, it feels natural because you're in the space and you feel like it should be happening?
I think any well-made musical, it feels organic. It feels like part of the process. And I'm not going to name any names or designate any titles, but of course there are some shows where you can feel that somebody decided it was time for a song to happen.
Yep.
That's of course easier if you have a musical that, for instance, is set in the world of show business. Then you have your built-in excuse.
Yes.
So that if it's a backstage musical and, behind the scenes, the creators of the musical, the producers say, "It's time for a musical number." They say, "Bring on the dancing girls."
Yes.
And there you are.
All right, gang, we got to practice this number for the show.
Yeah, that's pretty transparent. But if you have purchased tickets for a show like, I'll just name names because it's actually a great show, like 42nd Street.
Yeah.
You say, "Hey, we're going to go see a show that has a lot of dancing and a lot of girls' pretty legs. So here we go."
So let's go.
So that's fine. But I think in the last 20, 30 years, I think that generally, as a very general thing, audiences have become more discerning and more demanding about an integrated show. Giant exception is the jukebox musical.
Yeah.
Mamma Mia or Jersey Boys, but again, you walk in knowing what the contract is.
Right.
Jersey Boys, it's show business, so they're just going to excerpt pieces of their catalog.
Yeah, and as part of the appeal of going to the show is just like with Mamma Mia, it's like,
Right.
I just want to listen to these songs.
Right.
How do you choose a pit? Like when you get the green light, like, hey, it's time to go, we're set to have this production. How do you choose which instruments are in the pit for a show?
Oh, well, that's actually harder than you think. Many shows, they originated on Broadway or were intended for Broadway, and money wasn't really an object. Or when their goal was to have as splendid and splashy a show as possible in every way, which means that often when you look at the original orchestration, it's 20 instruments or 25 instruments, and
a full string section and a brass.
And that's absolutely impossible for a regional theater or community theater. Even touring shows, they just can't do that.
Right.
So you make sometimes brutal choices. There's some basics for most modern shows. You're going to have a keyboard, you're going to have a bass player, you probably have a guitar, not inevitably. You're going to have percussion. If you still have money, you probably want some winds, and you can often hire a very versatile wind player who can play some flute and some saxophone and some clarinet. So that's very helpful. But it depends on the character of the show. And many shows have highly specialized requirements. A good friend of mine a couple of years ago was desperately looking for a clawhammer banjo player.
Okay.
Not just a banjo player.
Specifically a claw hammer.
The clawhammer style.
Yeah.
And we turned over every stone. I think I located 8 or 10 names. It wasn't even my show,
Right.
but as a friend, I located 8 or 10 names, and this. And in the event, my friend's go-to guitar player said, "I'll learn enough banjo to do the show."
To do the show.
And frequently, although it's not always as dramatic as that, you're faced with constraints of budget. So sometimes all you have is money for 4.
Yeah.
And so either I will cover the melodic lines that are missing at the keyboard, or the guitar player will, or it's not there. Sometimes it's just not there. So it's a hard process. And what I will do is listen to the cast recording, see what I hear. I will look at his particular instrumental demands. It's also tricky because often I don't get the score any sooner than the performers do. So if I waited to hire the band, I would have only 10 weeks. I can't wait that long.
Right.
So I have to make best guess, and occasionally you'll get the score and you'll say, I really need a clarinet player.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can make that work, but it's hard.
Yeah, I never really stopped to think of like how much you have to pare down for the local community theater and still maintain the sound that you want to have for the show. Mm-hmm. It's got to be brutal every time.
My idea is that, and I say this to I'll call them singers, but I say this to the performers as well as the band. The band really already knows this, but that the composer and lyricist, they have a vision for the sound that they want. And my goal is to get us as close as I can get us to the style, the manner of that sound. It's not going to be literally the same because we can't afford 20 in the pit. We don't even have space for them.
Yeah.
And we probably aren't even going to fill out, depending on the show, we're probably not going to fill out the ensemble as much as some of those shows. Some of those shows, really ask you to have 20 people or so, and maybe we don't want that. But we can adhere to the spirit of the score pretty well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is there a specific musical passage in the score that you love, like a melody or a supporting line that's just kind of hidden in the pit that you just love? It's your favorite part?
You're probably going to want to cut this out, but I'm just going to say it, and then you're going to say, you are such a nerd, and we can't do that. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
So I was looking at These Magic Changes, which happens pretty early in the show, and I was playing along with it, and I said, "Oh my God, it's a chaconne," and I turned to Stevie, one of the co-directors, who's my good friend, and I said, "Do you want to tell them it's a chaconne or shall I?" And the chaconne is a specific Baroque musical form that has to do, I'm not saying that they literally knew it was a chaconne.
Right.
But the idea of the chaconne is that you establish a bass line. You just repeat the bass line and chord changes over and over. You just string variations of a different melody over the same bass line.
Okay.
Which is part of the appeal of it, is once you have a good bass line, everybody says, "Oh, I love this." And you could just keep doing melodic changes over it, and it's a chaconne. It's completely a chaconne. Anyway,
That's
so
incredible.
The short version, you can say, "Oh, I really like these magic changes." That's fine.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And so, is it just you were playing it and you hadn't really heard it before, but because you were physically playing it,
Yeah.
you like felt?
Yeah. Well, you can look at the bass line and say, "Oh, right, it's exactly the same." It's exactly the same, which isn't, And I would lay money that if you turned to the composers and said, "This is chaconne," they would have said, "Huh?"
Did you realize how Baroque you were getting with this score?
Right. Go for Baroque. That's what we always say.
Oh, is there a show that you've never done that you've always really wanted to do as a musical director?
Great Comet.
Great Comet.
Great Comet.
It's a wild show. Like, musically, it's very kind of dense.
Extremely eclectic, and it's a show that I have hopes someday I will be able to do, because it seems that they are very slowly and gingerly releasing it for general use. It was done in Portsmouth a year ago, 2 years ago, and they're not. It wasn't the professional tour. Like they're a repertory company, so there's hope for us.
Yeah.
But it is. I've seen it a couple of times now, and it's extremely eclectic, and it's. You would not think, as you know, it's set to 80 pages of Tolstoy's War and Peace.
Yeah.
They isolated 80 pages that are like a perfect distillation of Tolstoy, and works beautifully. And you would not think that the huge range of musical styles that they deploy would work for Tolstoy, and it completely does.
Yeah. It fits together shockingly well. Like, if you're just kind of skipping through tracks, you're like, this doesn't sound anything like what we were just listening to.
Right.
But it still fits.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What is a piece of advice that you would give yourself right as you were starting music directing?
I gave myself lots of pieces of advice when I started. Again, you can cut this out if you want to. So the principal advice, a piece of advice I gave to myself was, never lose your cool. Never lose your cool. I think that this is not just a problem of community theater, but I think theater generally is well populated with people who behave badly and lose their temper and do worse things that you and I both know about it. We're not even going to go there. But it almost immediately I started hearing stories about other people in positions similar to mine who were just unkind for no reason. And it's just crucial, I think, to certainly to ask for the highest standards. But as we always say, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. And if you are known as somebody who is temperamental or catty or difficult or hypercritical in a world like ours, that reputation follows you. It sticks to you. There are always going to be people with skill sets comparable to yours. Somebody who's a little better at this, a little worse at that, and, a little better with voices, or a little better with, this aspect, but comparable skill sets. And I think it's a real mark in your favor if you behave well.
Yeah, just so that people know it's like, oh, Graham's the music director? Oh, I know what it's going to be like. I know the standard that he brings. I know the kind of overall emotion that I'm going to be feeling. Like, oh, it's a music rehearsal? Cool. I know what to expect. It's going to be done well, and it's going to be done in a way that I feel supported.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I have one more question that I ask everyone. As a music director, what are you doing 15 to places?
I'm at the pit.
Yeah.
I'm in the pit already, for sure. Often the pit will be in place when the house opens, which is usually half an hour before curtain. So usually we're there. Otherwise, we have to figure out how to get in place without distracting the audience.
Right.
Sometimes you make a show of that. Right. There are some shows where you
like the pit is part of the production. Yeah.
Rock of Ages. I infamously, in my Bowie wig, you know, made an entrance, but mostly you're quietly in places by then. And just maybe addressing a couple of last questions about the score, but that's all I'm doing. I'm in place.
Yeah, excellent. Well, Graham, thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us today. And it's 15 to places. Thank you very much.